Yo, what's up everyone on YouTube? This is my final review of the 2020 Beta 200 RR. Thank you guys for joining. Subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate it all. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, it's currently Hard Enduro Idaho. I think I'm gonna change my name soon, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, let's get into the bike. So I honestly don't know exactly how many hours it is because as you guys see in my videos, I ride pretty hard. With that comes crashing. I have broken the computer, so I'm not exactly sure how many hours are on it. My best estimations are, I think it's about 300 and something hours on this bike this year. The lowest it could be is like 250 hours and the highest is probably about 400. So I'm just guesstimating 300-ish, low 300s, that's what I think it is. This bike has been insane. First of all, a lot of you guys are gonna cringe right now, but I have not done a top end on it. It's still holding up strong, it starts right up. Stock clutch too. I use the clutch a lot. That's the thing I'm most surprised about is the clutch. I'm actually really surprised that the clutch is still hanging in there. When I first got the bike, the clutch squeaked a little bit and it still squeaks the same amount. So I think it's good. Maybe that's just from keeping the air filter clean and doing oil changes. Another reason I think this bike has gone like 300 something hours with no maintenance, well, not with no like engine overhaul, is because I've only overheated this bike once. That's really surprising to me because my 300s that I've had, I overheat them all the time, even with fans. And this thing does not have a fan. And I think that's because it's a 200 and it just doesn't get as hot as a 300. This bike is awesome. 300 trouble-free hours, that's insane. I'm also on the stock fork seals. All I've had to do is just tires, oil, air filters, levers when I break them, grips. So nothing too crazy. My claim is on this bike, I think it is the best beginner hard enduro bike. And that's a pretty big claim to make. But here's why I think it's the best beginner hard enduro bike. Number one, this bike is, oh, almost fell over. Number one, this bike it has enough power, but it doesn't have too much power to where if a beginner jumps on a 300, and I was a beginner and I jumped straight on a 300, it's a little bit overwhelming because if you give it a little bit too much gas and you don't have your finger on the clutch, the 300s have a tendency to loop out easy. This bike will still loop out on you, but you have to do something really wrong. And I've done some stuff. Oh, I'm falling backwards. I've done some stuff pretty wrong, so I have looped out. And my second reason is it teaches you proper clutch and, well, I wouldn't say proper clutch control and throttle control, but it definitely teaches you more clutch and throttle control than a 300. Because a 300, you can get really lazy and just put in like third gear and sit down and just cruise up stuff. But this one, it takes a little more work to make it go up stuff. But that's also makes it a super rewarding bike to ride because you actually have to put a little bit more rider input into it. So it's awesome bike to ride. My third reason is it has a map switch on it. So it has the sun mode and the rain mode. And if you're a beginner and you're literally just now getting into the sport, you can just put the sucker in rain mode. And this bike is so mellow. It's like a tractor. Tractor's like a 300, but it's not like as scary because 300s, they do have a lot of power. But this 200, you put in that rain mode and oh my gosh, here, I'll try to find some clips of me having it in rain mode, going up stuff, or I'll just go up this. I'll probably just go up this hill climb in rain mode for you guys right now. And I'll put that GoPro clip in because it's just insane. This thing tractor is right up. Oh, if you guys are wondering, I run IRC tires. I'm running an IX09W Dakota on the back. So good. With a soft move, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I forgot to mention there was a recall on this bike, so that's literally the only thing that's ever has had to be done to it. And it was just because like a wire somewhere needed to be longer or something. So the dealer did that for me and they don't charge you for recalls, so it's pretty awesome. And yeah, it's actually really surprising this bike has got 300 hours, at least 300. It could be more because of my school so last year, I only went to school until 10:45 because I had already done so many credits in high school. So I got out at 10:45 and I would just ride. And then in like March, they canceled school. So I literally just straight rode. So this thing could have, I honestly don't know how many hours, but it has a lot of hours. So if you guys are a beginner out there or even an advanced rider that just wants a bike that's more playful and fun, I highly recommend this 200. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. Catch me on the next YouTube video. I've got some big news coming. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you later.
I wanna lift you up. I'm gonna set you down. I'm gonna take your hand and spin you round and round. I'm